Hey guys, this is Oracle Daphne back again for your mid-November horoscopes for everyone with their sun, moon, or ascendant in Pisces. I actually had to stop my video and I was in the middle of recording, so I already shuffled and I already put it out. But before I get into that, I just wanted to give you a brief update of what's going on with me before I give your update. I am going to be moving all the way across the country from Virginia to Washington State, starting on November 22nd. So I'm not going to be taking doing any private readings on the 22nd or 23rd. I'm trying to get everybody scheduled this coming week. Or, even the following week is fine, but it's just those 2 days I'm going to be doing a lot of moving around, and starting my trips. So, what was I going to say? I just blanked out. Oh, so, I am giving people my cell phone number if they want to call me for a reading. It's, or scheduling. I feel like some of you just kind of need to hear my voice and kind of know that I'm a real person. And I email people back. If you email me to do a private reading, I've emailed a lot of people back, but then for some reason I don't hear back. And so I've been giving out my cell phone number now, and I feel like it's working a lot better. That way people can call me to schedule or call me to talk to me more about what the reading entails. I do have a video that I send to people for my policies. I am changing my policies as far as payment. Before it was kind of a little bit laissez-faire about it, and now because I've had some callers who haven't paid, I am being a little bit more strict because it's not fair to the people that do pay. So that I'm expecting a PayPal payment, and I only accept PayPal payments on the day of the reading or in advance. I'm not going to be taking a call unless, or doing the reading unless I receive a payment. And PayPal is really fast about it, so you could do it just before the reading, and that would be fine, as long as I see that it's done. And then, I think that's it. Yeah, so I'm going to be resuming my daily videos early December. Because I just have so much going on. But I am still doing private readings during my move. It's just those 2 days I've blocked off because I need that time to get some things done. But I am also doing my December videos. I will be shooting those probably in a week or so, and then getting those out to you guys. So you guys stay tuned for my December monthly videos. So without further ado, we've got this card, which is where you're at right now. This is the path that you're on. And this card is the Page of Cups. And the Page of Cups, first of all, now, I will tell you guys, my cards are different than other people's decks. This is a different deck. I interpret them differently. So maybe the Page of Cups in like a different deck symbolizes something else or another sign. But for me, this, right now I'm looking at her and this is a fish. So this is a mermaid who has a fish tail. So this is you, Pisces. You're the Pisces girl who needs to take a break, who needs to take a vacation. Somebody who needs to take, to stop doing so much and just be at peace with herself, and maybe be at peace with, be in the moment. She is sipping some tea, or this could be a glass of wine. Let me grab my tea because I'm drinking marshmallow root. I'm drinking marshmallow root tea. And marshmallow root tea is good for anybody who sings, who's the singers, or anybody who's sick and not feeling good. Marshmallow root has a very soft herbal taste. It could be easily sweetened by some sugar or some honey, and it's just very mild. It's also good for kidney and bladder issues. But I drink it because I'm getting over being sick. And, a couple weeks ago, I blew out my voice completely, so I'm doing that. So anyways, yeah, so you Pisces need to take a break. And the interesting thing is what's crossing you is you have a lot on your plate. You're carrying a lot of burdens. This is a time to say no. This is a time for the next 2 weeks. My challenge to you is to say no. It's just say, okay, if somebody asks you, can you take my dog out? You say no. Do you want to fly to London? You say no. Do you want to go out tonight? No. You say no. No, no, no. That's how it has to be for the next 2 weeks. I would say at least 2 weeks, because this stuff isn't going to go away overnight. There's a lot of responsibilities. This is someone who has bills to pay, properties to manage. I feel like some of you are in real estate. Maybe you have multiple houses. It's interesting. I'm kind of actually tuning into the houses more. Just, it's sort of like upkeep, you know, it's sort of like you need to mow the lawn, you need to make sure that the hedges are trimmed, the trees are good, I don't know, stuff like that. It's managing multiple properties. But for those of you who don't, you know, maybe who only live in an apartment or only have one house, you know, just that one apartment or that one house has a lot going on in it, you know, and there are responsibilities that come with it. You still need to pay your rent, or you still need to pay your mortgage, and just that thing, that is a burden in itself. You're carrying that, but it's also other people's burdens, other emotional burdens. So if somebody calls you up, you know, and starts complaining about their life, this is not a time to that you're really able to listen well, which Pisces are really normally good at. It's just because you've got a lot on your own plate and you have a lot of your own burdens and things to digest. The foundation card is getting what you wish. And getting what you want is actually, it's interesting. I feel like getting what you wish has to do with what's right around the corner, which is having more quiet time. We're having more solitude. The fact that you got these two, you know, this other Pisces girl here who's tuned out. It's sort of like you're wishing for your dream, your daydream, whatever is in your dreams, whatever you're dreaming about, that's what you're wishing for. But you're also wishing for more solitude, more peace of mind, more quiet time. The message that just came through actually is interesting. Don't cry over spilt milk. Like, if something just happened recently and it upsets you, don't go into a pattern of depression and sadness because of it. Just recognize that it happened. Recognize your part in it. Recognize their part in it, and then say, okay, you know, this is how it was. Now this is how it is. And going forward, this is how I don't want it to ever be. So that's kind of what you need to do rather than wallowing. Because I feel like some of you are wallowing. Okay, this is a wallowing card. Pisces have a tendency to daydream. They are the dreamers, you know, the dancers. You know, they're the artists. But at the same time, like, you need to you do need to get in touch with reality. I feel like some of you are, okay, so I've talked about this before. Living the dream and living reality. Living the dream is, I don't know, he's so perfect. We're totally meant to be together. We're going to get married. And the reality is that he's already married and has 2 kids. And the chances are you being together are slim. That's the reality. Okay, that's an example of living the dream, and that's the reality. Okay, the reality, you need to actually face reality. That's important. Some of you are doing that. Others are just spending too much time. I feel like some of you are spending too much time studying and not actually being active in the world. Okay, and then some of you are daydreaming. You need more quiet time. You need to daydream, but you're daydreaming. And then some of you even still are daydreaming too much And time is passing you by, and you don't even realize how much time is passing. You need to actually have a little bit more structure. And Pisces, I talk about this all the time. You need more structure. You need to get a paper calendar where you write things down, and every day you check that calendar, what it is that you wrote down. It's really important that you do things like that, and check in with yourself, because I feel like a lot of times Pisces check out. You know, they're checked out. They're on cloud, 22 or something like that. And it's just that's not really the best way to get through life, because you may miss out on some things. That's all I'm saying. Okay. It's interesting because you got, so you got both these two cards. And when these two cards come up in readings, it just means that there is so much on your plate that you're beating the world off with a stick. Okay, so that you got this on your plate, and then you've got all these things happening, things just coming at you. And you're just like, oh, okay, I need to do this. Oh, that's right, I need to do that. Oh, boom, boom, boom. And it's like you're getting like a gazillion text messages a day, and you're getting, you have all these things that are coming up that you've scheduled, and you're just like, this is a lot. These together is a lot, which is why it is important that you schedule in after this is over, that you, in the next 2 weeks, you schedule a day off, 2 days off. 3 days preferable, okay? We're not actually scheduled to do anything. Because this is in the place of your emotions. This is getting to you emotionally. Emotionally, when you have all this crap and you're beating the world off with a stick, it's frustration. It's a lot of frustration. But just know that you're going to get through all this. Like, eventually, it's not going to be where you're beating the world off with a stick. Things will calm down. It's just going to take a little bit of time. Okay. What's coming into you from the universe is actually it's a positive card. This is someone who's studying. I feel like there's definitely someone who's watching this video studying. And if you're the student, go ahead, feel free to message me. I'd love to talk to you. I'd love to, it's interesting because I do these videos and I have people who, message me and say, yeah, that was me. And it's fun, I like to hear back from people. So if you're studying and you're in school, this is you, okay? This is you studying. The interesting thing though, is this girl is very, she loves to read. That's what the owl is, the owl always talks to me. This card talks to me a lot because there's an owl in it. And this owl is also saying, the owl is saying there's a lot going on and you need to sleep. You're studying too much and you're not sleeping enough. And that's a problem, And you're dreaming, I feel like the job that you're doing, you're dreaming of big wealth. Just realize, though, that life is not about money. Life is not an investment. Life is not a business deal, okay? Life is joy. Life is happiness. Life is enjoying life. If you've stopped enjoying life, then you need to, because you're in school and you're studying way too much, you need to start to enjoy life again. That's the message, I feel. But also get more sleep, because that will help. This is also the seed of, I was talking about the seed of potential. Just be careful if you sleep with anybody the next 2 weeks. Just be very careful. Some of you are very, very fertile, and this could result in pregnancy. Because I think of this as the girl who gets pregnant very easily, and she doesn't even try. She's just one of those people. She doesn't try, and boom, it happens, and it's unexpected. So just be careful of that. And now the Queen of Cups is the position of your attitude, actually. And this is the medium. This is the psychic medium. This is the girl who, follows her heart. She's in tune with the ocean. She's in tune with the stars. She's in tune with magic. There's a lot of magic. She has a lot of powerful energy. She's in tune with energy. And it's sort of just like you're going through this time. You're going through this. You're coming through a phase or transition time where you're going into a whole new phase of your life. And it's interesting because, we're coming up on the end of the year where things are really wrapping up. And I feel like November is, and I was talking to a friend of mine about this, how November is really like, it's such a gateway month. Things come and go through these gateways. So it's sort of like that old saying, when the God closes a door some way, he opens a window, right? Something else will open up. Well, it's sort of like, because the November is 11, okay, right? And then during this, during the teens, okay, so it's like November 11th through the 19th. These are doorways. These are like gateways. These are like, and even in the early November too, these are gateway days where things are, it's like 1116. Well, there's the gateway there. There's, 1111 is a gateway. Things come and go. Things can come into your life, but things can go out of your life just as fast during the gateway days. It just, November irritates me because it's 11. So basically the entire month of November is a gateway. So it irritates me because when something is taken out of your life, it can be really frustrating. It can piss you off, And Pisces, I know you can understand because Pisces, they're very in touch with their emotions. And this person is, Pisces, you're watching this. This is you. You are really in touch with your emotions. But the fact is that, yeah, something maybe been taken out of your life during one of what I call the gateway days. And you're waiting for something else to another window or another door to open for you. And some of the doors are now open for you, and you're stepping through them. So it's a transition time. It's a time where you're going from one phase to the next. You're going through one, it's sort of like, some of you may be moving. I feel strongly some of you may be moving, but it's just more, some of you, it really is just more the energy of change and out with the old, in with the new kind of thing. And the outcome is the King of Wands. Interesting how you have this as the outcome. Because I always say that just thought of something. I always say that Pisces attract kind of this dominant, overpowering male, fiery male. And I think we got this for my November video. I know this is mid-November, so I feel like this is a continuation. This is a Leo. And I think the Pisces were thinking about the Leos, and the Leos were thinking about the Pisces. So this is still ongoing, you guys. This is, this could also be a Taurus, a Capricorn, or Aries guy. It's either a Leo, a Taurus, a Capricorn, or an Aries male. But there's a lot of fire energy. Also could be a Sagittarius. I just thought of that. Sagittarius male. You also may just have Sagittarius in your chart somewhere, and you've got the fire. You're on fire, towards the end of November. It's interesting. I don't remember. I have to go back and watch my November video and see what it was. I don't know if that was the outcome. But it's interesting that you guys attract these kind of characters, and that the outcome is like, it's either you're going to meet this person, or it could be Pisces that, you have some other strong, especially Pisces males, strong, Capricorn or Leo or Aries or even Taurus energy or in your chart somewhere. So it just may be someone, but this is also a lawyer. This is also a lawyer. This is someone who's very much in control. They like to be in control. It's just interesting to me how this is the outcome. I would kind of just kind of stay on your guard to kind of meet this guy. You know, I feel like this is a very interesting character, and I feel like you kind of already know who he is. A lot of you just know who he is. That he's popping up again for you is no surprise. You're like, oh, well, I know who that is. It's just interesting. I've said that 50 times now, I know. Interesting how that is. But I decided to pull another card just to see. And this is, you got the Hermit, which is the light at the end of the tunnel. Some of you need to take a break and need to go into the cave and not do shit, basically. Some of you need to, you know, go out into the world and conquer, and stop wallowing, you know. I guess what it is, I'm feeling like you need to have hope for meeting a new guy. Like, I feel like female Pisces, you need to have hope that there's light at the end of the tunnel, that you're going to meet somebody new. Because I feel like this is who you're going to meet. I feel like this is a new guy. This is somebody coming into your life that's a new guy, new energy. Some of you who know who this is, it may not be a new person. It may be, but I feel like for some of you Pisces, it's a Leo male that is very, very strong, that I feel like you're going to connect with towards the end of November. And you're sort of right now, I feel like some of you, especially who are the ones that are going to meet him, are kind of just not, they're kind of like in the cave, and they're just not seeing it. They're not hopeful really for somebody new. Then maybe they're looking back at the past too much, and they're thinking they had already met the right guy, but it's not the right guy. The right guy is coming later. So, yeah, that's my overall assessment of that situation. So I wish you guys all the best. Feel free to email me for a private reading at elizabetholson31@gmail.com, and I can give you guys my cell phone, and we can, we can do a phone reading or Skype reading, whichever one you want. But mainly I'm giving people my cell phone so they can call me while I'm on my trip, and I can do readings while I'm on my trip. So I hope you have a wonderful rest of November. I will be back again for my December readings. And if you have any questions, feel free to message me. Thank you so much, guys. I send you big hugs, big kisses. And I'll talk to you guys again soon. Take care.